Hey everyone, welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time once a week thing called Tactical Tuesday, where we talk about tactics, gear, and more. And tonight's topic is, what are you preparing for? How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. If you hear on Camp Patton Family Compound last night when I did talking about the weather and stuff, we were supposed to get like 3 inches of snow last night. We got about that much, and it's gone. Plus, some of the more snow has melted away today. The weather is really weird here. So, all right. First of all, let's say hi to everybody that's out here. First one in was Walt Rogers, followed by Pastor McQuaddy, then Troop 1351. And I want to stop right there on their first comment was, quote, "Be prepared for any old thing," unquote, Lord Baden-Powell, founder of Scouting. And that's basically from an interview. He said, they're telling people, he was telling the reporter what the motto of the Boy Scouts was, "Be prepared." And they go, "For what?" And he goes, "For any old thing." Alrighty, so next one in was Gear Grinding 19, then Phelan Clan Wolf, then John Werchuk from Calgary. Welcome. And also that's our first one from north of the border tonight. Shadow Scout Swede from Sweden, and CR Creative Redundancy from north of the border. That's 2 from north of the border. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Hey, how's it going? And Mary Beth Smith is here. Suburban Hillbilly. And Suburban Hillbilly. One of the things that my wife had me start taking was the little capsules of turmeric to help with the inflammation in the joints and the pain and stuff. So I don't know if that'll help with you or not. Let's see here. Vitra is in the house. How you doing, sir? Tibor is here. Where to Begin Homestead. And it looks like I've caught up. If I missed somebody, I apologize. I do like to try to say hi to everybody when they come in. Because, hey, we are our own little community here of preparedness. All right, and Vitris I put a little CA in there, so California for them. And that is, for those who don't know, that's where my wife still is she's still in California. I'm up here in Idaho. I'm setting up our retirement property, getting everything ready. She's raking in the big bucks. She's got a few more years before she retires. So, all righty. So things going on here before we jump into it. We will be doing 3 giveaways tonight. There'll be 2 on the wheel. The wheel is channel members. And you can see it down below here, the thing talking about channel members and stuff, what they get. And there's 2 levels. There's the 99 cents a month level, which is called the prepper level. And then there's the $1.99 a month, which is called the Gray Man level. And it gets everything that's in the prepper level plus more. And one of the mores is on the wheel for the giveaway. They get an extra entry under. So prepper level gets 1 entry. Gray Man level gets 2 entry on the wheel. Oh, CA. Okay. I see what Vitra did. Okay, yeah. The flag. Okay, over on YouTube side, it shows the flag. Here on the StreamYard, it put it up as CA. Okay. All righty. Yeah, I see the emoji over there because I got 3 monitors going here in front of me, and I have the StreamYard chat going here on the side here, and it keeps everything up. Even if someone deletes their comment, it keeps it up so I can see what they said anyways. All righty. Prepping to Endure just came in. All righty, so let's get on this. Oh, and Duncan 1900 Homestead. All righty. Hey, we're up to 14. Cool. And 16 thumbs up. That means 2 people came in and left. Oh, well. Or they came in early and haven't come back into the comment again. All righty, so let's get over here and talk about what it is you are preparing for. I got some pictures to highlight certain events that you might be preparing for. By no means am I covering all the events. And of course, I just froze. So let's get over here. There we go. So what are you preparing for? Well, a lot of preppers say, oh, I'm preparing for SHTF or Tawaki, the end of the world as we know it. And they go, oh, we got civilization falling apart and burning down and all the other fun stuff. And, you know, a massive die-off and, things just going to in a handbasket and the riots and stuff that are going to be going along with it. Well, prepping is a lot more than that. I mean, that is the extreme end of it. Hey, everyday natural events. I mean, they were getting hit by tornadoes this last weekend. It's what's called tornado season. The one area is called Tornado Alley. It's something that some people have to prepare for. Flooding. I just got an email today, and I'll be talking about it more on Thursday night on the Midnight Ride. Excuse me. California has record-breaking snows. And now they're talking about, oh, we're going to have record-breaking floods. We'll talk about that more on that, with how they're pulling the panic chain on everybody right now, 3 months early. But flooding is something that happens from rainfall to, dams breaking, whatever it is. Flooding does happen. And it happens in just about every area of the United States. Wildfires is another one. Now, California has been notorious for them over the last decade or so of massive fires. This picture here is from the city of Santa Rosa, where entire neighborhoods were burnt down by the firestorm. Then, of course, earthquakes is another one that some people like to get prepared for. This is a picture of the Cypress structure in Oakland when it collapsed during the Loma Prieta earthquake. All right, we got, where to go? Duncan 1900 says we're under storm and tornado watch now. John says they're preparing for massive storms up in Alberta. He's in Hailstorm Alley. Okay. Yeah, Tibor was right. And then there's also some stuff going on. I'm just going to tell you, just follow Suspicious Observers in the morning. He puts out a good show every morning. Ben Davidson, he's written several university textbooks and the channels about the sun and how the geomagnetic storms, sunspots, corona holes, and all that stuff affects the weather here on Earth. All right, next one here. And some people are preparing for another Great Depression, likened to the one from back in 1929, 30, 31, 32, and 33, where massive numbers of people were unemployed and the country just about went bankrupt in certain aspects. Other people, hey, they're actually preparing for their own demise, making sure everything's in order so their spouse, their children, grandchildren, everybody's taken care of. And this is one a lot of people don't like to think about. Oh, they say, I'll buy some funeral insurance, and that's all they want to think about it of. And then, of course, there are those that said that say, "Oh, we're going to have a zombie invasion." I'm sorry, I just had to put that in there because there's someone's always talking. Oh, we got this this new virus that's going to kill people and bring them back in as flesh eaters. I'm sorry, T-Word. I don't know about the sun we call Martian April. All right, and then other people are planning for a real pandemic. Okay, so back when I was a Scoutmaster, I've talked about this over the last several years. I don't know how many times on lives and in live streams and in videos. I've mentioned several times. The first merit badge are required the scouts to get, and the second badge are required them to get before they can work on anything others. Suladeen, hey, how are you doing? And so, can anybody guess what is the first merit badge I required all the scouts in my troop to get? I'll give it a couple seconds here for you guys to do it, and then put in what you think the second merit badge was I required the scouts to get. Tibor, have you ever looked at the former Speaker of the House, Miss Plastic Face? That tells you that zombies exist too. And I don't see anybody trying to answer the questions yet. All right, Pastor McGuady got it partially. The first one would be first aid. The first aid merit badge is the first one. Bump that one by mistake. It's the first merit badge I required all scouts to get because obviously, hey, they're out there at camp in the woods and stuff. They need to know first aid, and first aid is required. The first aid merit badge is required. If I'm trying to remember, I think it's 10 other merit badges. You have to have the first aid merit badge before you get these other merit badges. It's one of the requirements. And we got some close ones coming in there. Tracking, wilderness survival. Okay, axe, knife, and fire isn't a merit badge. That is the totem chip for carrying the knife and stuff. The second merit badge required was emergency preparedness, and the third one was recommended, and that was what John said: wilderness survival. That was a recommended one. They didn't have to get it, but that was one I encouraged them to get. But so yeah, and that was what we did in Scouts and they as a trying to get to the tenderfoot rank, they had to have their personal first aid kit. They had to have the first aid merit badge to make tenderfoot. They had and so this is some of the things that we just did to get them prepared. And so the Boy Scout motto is be prepared. They have and then there's a motto, and then the slogan is do a good turn daily. And then they have this other quote semi-motto, which is out more of a PR thing out there. It says scouting, prepared for life. All right, let's see here. One of the things that most people don't talk about really is preparing for refugees coming into their area. They talk about, I'm ready for marauders. Well, I'm not talking marauders. I'm talking refugees. And that's one of the things that people really don't talk about too much and get prepared for is the influx of refugees. And because some people talk about refugees, well, they're all going to be marauders. They're all going to be coming in there stealing stuff. I disagree, but that's another point that, things that just, we disagree on with some people. Some of them will not be, have high moral character. They will not be stealing. they'll be looking anywhere to earn food and stuff. All right. Now, so there are a lot of other things to get prepared for, natural things. So when I was working for Homeland Security as the Emergency Management Coordinator, I wrote 43 tactical response plans. Actually, I wrote more, but some of them got, the headquarters sort of goes, oh, we don't need this one. We don't know. We're going to combine these and stuff. But I wrote, there are 43 existing plans right now that I wrote. Tactical response plans to events, urban wildfires, regular wildfires, not in the urban areas, flooding, winter storms, drought, excessive heat, hijackings, home invasions, active shooters, everybody's taking on earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, train wrecks. I wrote all these tactical response plans for the federal government to how they're going to respond to initially and down the road to certain events. Urban Garden Chronicles, welcome. It's the Marshmallow Man. Hey, Lewis, and we got Juju B here. And Independent Mini United, welcome. And so anybody else slip in here? I'm in the last minute there. Okay. And so there are a lot of different types of events. But one of the things I put down in the description down below is, is basically we're talking about specifically, starting out with it, let me get back to the beginning, is, what are you preparing for? And then tacked onto that is, what should you be preparing for? And what should you consider preparing for? Some of the things is, all right, here up where I'm at, well, we're definitely not preparing for hurricanes or tsunamis up here. Not up at 4,000 foot elevation at the foothills of the Grand Tetons. That's not on our radar at all. Tornadoes, a little bit. Flooding, not so much where I'm at. A couple miles away when they're down at the level of the Snake River. Yeah, they need to prepare for that over there. Earthquakes, of course. We've had some really big earthquakes in the last 6 or 7 decades. We've had some 7-pointers up here in Idaho, up by Yellowstone. Winter storms, obviously. Polar vortex, yeah. I mean, I'm still, I'm still sweating on that one after years of getting information from Brandon. When he was in his house, how much firewood he went through a year. I upped it last year by a cord. I, again had it up a cord for this last winter, and then we had the polar vortex come through, and it just hammered us. And I was burning wood like you wouldn't believe, trying to keep this house warm, and not hot, just warm. And earthquakes. Yes, we have earthquakes up here in Idaho. Stanley, Idaho, in the center of the state, has earthquakes all the time. And for those that aren't following earthquake stuff, actually, I'm going to bring on this computer over here my chart I track it with. So far this month, all right, yeah, this is the 4th. So so far this month, 7.0 earthquake in New Guinea. 6.5 near the coast of Ketchimagook. That's up by Russia, up over there. Indonesia, 6.1. Philippine Island region, 6.2. And then today, not quite so extreme, 4.7 down near Salinas, California, a little bit north of Santa Cruz. And they had a 4.7. It was felt all the way up past the San Francisco Bay into Solano County and Marin County. And that was just a little 4.7. So there are a lot of things, what you need to do when you're looking at what you're going to be prepared for. Don't get sucked in by all the hype of, oh, doomsday preppers. We're preparing for a pandemic that's going to come. That's the number one thing we're preparing for. It should be like way down the list, in my personal opinion. In my professional opinion, that should be way down the list. First things you should be looking for is what happens normally in your area. Well, when I lived in California, the number one event we had there was earthquakes. I mean, we would feel earthquakes, above 3.0 monthly in the San Francisco Bay Area. So earthquakes was one of the things we prepared for. Drought was another thing we prepared for because we had such poor. I want to throw a few adjectives in there, but I'm trying to keep it clean. We had such poor governmental management by the demon rats and the tree huggers and the snowflakes in California that, always short on water. All right, so there's different things that you know what happens in your area, and if you're just new to an area, talk to the old timers, find out what happens. When was the last major drought? When was the last major flood? When was the last major this or that? What goes on in the area? Find out what goes on, and what goes on the most. And the thing that happens the most is going to be your number one thing to prepare for. And some people are on when it comes to doing preparedness and stuff, they're like, I really got to do that. I really got to do that. Think of it this way. How often do you use your homeowner's insurance? But you have it. How often do you use your life insurance? But you have it. How often do you use your car insurance? But you have it. Preparedness is a different type of insurance. And that's just the way you need to look at it. It's like if you don't use it, on the supplies, you got them there for in case something else happens that you can still use the basic supplies for. All right. Well, okay. We're 25 after here. So I need to do something here. Let me pull this other one up here. We're going to spin the wheel here. And so let me redo this here. Okay. Sorry, I got little pop-ups in here. I'm trying to change the settings here. And here we go. And let me put myself down here so I can make that bigger. There we go. All right, so we have we got all the names of the channel members. 6 of the channel members are on there twice because they're part of the Gray Man level. So let's see who gets the $5 Amazon gift card. All right, Star Homestead India. I have not seen him. Oh, I see Cowgirl Hippie Chick just came in, and Tiger 454 just came in. But Homestead India, has anyone seen Homestead India? Has anyone seen Homestead India? I have not seen him anywhere. I'm checking. He's not popping up on the thing when I put his name in there. Yeah, he's not popping up. I'm going to give him another 30 seconds to come in, just in case. Be nice to him. Yeah. All right, several other people are saying no, they haven't seen him. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close him down, and we're going to spin it again. Let's shuffle it a little bit here. And give it a spin. And Kaylin Strain. I haven't seen Kaylin in here either. Oh, she's doing Ramadan. That's right. So she will not be in here. That's right. And Cowgirl says, I was late due to the neighbor's loose horses. That's a good excuse. And Glenn's here. How to garden. Hey, how's it going? Janice Word Again Homestead. All right, let's spin it again here. And let's see if we can give away a $5 Amazon gift card that you can use any way you want to get prepared. Cowgirl hippie chick, you got it. All right, send me an email. Hang on a second. Let me throw the email up there. So I use my other email because it works on it. So banners, and so use the Camp Patton Family Compound email. And all right, so go ahead and send that over there. And so go ahead and close that and put us back over here. Boom. There we go. And while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to switch it. Bros, I'm going to switch that bottom ticker from the announcement about the channel membership and show you who some of our channel members are. All righty. So, all right, hopefully she's got that email by now. I think she won once before, so she should be in her email. When she starts typing in, it should populate. All righty. Yeah. So people think that when it comes to getting prepared, they have to go whole hog on one specific thing. And there's a problem with that. If they get tunnel vision, or when the Air Force calls it target fixation, they miss everything else going on around them. One of the most essential things I've talked about on the Prepping for Beginners playlist series and some of the other ones and stuff talks about you start out with a base plan. You just get basically prepared for anything. You know, you'll have food, water, medicines, clothing, shelter stuff, the basic stuff that you're going to need. It's called a base plan. You get all that. And in that base plan, there are some things that address other things such as communications and things. Oh, Kiss My Grass Acres. Hey, welcome. Garden Warrior Q, welcome. Who else did I? Who else looked in here? All right. If somebody farther back up came in, I missed them. I apologize. All righty. So whatever it is you're preparing for, build your base plan first. Just your basics: food, water, medicine, clothing. Certain first aid training, and so basically you can handle most of the little crap that comes at you. Then you prepare for the events, tornadoes, the earthquakes, the floods, whatever your area gets hit with a lot. And then as the frequency of the events in your area gets less and less. So if you're in one area, it could be tornadoes, flooding, fires, earthquakes, pandemic, zombie invasion. You prepare for the top of the list and you work your way down. Hey, Green Granny, how's it going, Denise? And so, yeah. And snow. And so you prepare that way. You don't go after the most extreme. Oh, I'm preparing for nuclear war. Now, in my mind, and with all the facts I had from my work and all, and the 50 some odd years I've been doing emergency preparedness and response, nuclear war is right down there at the friggin' bottom of the list. So I'm just checking on some of the comments there on side chat there. And Tibor fires off more about tornadoes. And so when you're getting prepared for things, that's what you start with. And the second thing I tell people about when they're getting prepared for things, don't rush in and do it whole hog. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? Okay, I got to share something for Sarah here for a second. Hang on a second to drop it down here. This down here. So some of you know I'm writing adventure disaster books and stuff like that. The cover photo off of the second book has the main female character in it, and the book is Against the Wind. And this, see if I can just dang, how am I going to show that without? I'm just going to take myself out for a second. And oh no, wait, let me do it this way. There we go. I'm not don't have to take my So that's the Sarah, and she's the main character of the main female character in Against the Wind. All righty. And I get that stuff back up here. I'm sorry, I got for the squirrel moment when I saw Sarah in there. It's like, oh, my mind's going weird. I've been working on books all weekend long, and yesterday and today. So my mind is a lot on my books and stuff, and the disaster situations they're facing. All right. One of the things I want to tell people not to rush into it. Think way back. Hop into your Wayback Machines, people. And if you're too young, look up. You can look it up on YouTube, and you can buy them off of Amazon. The Bass Rankin stop motion claymation Christmas program things. And the one is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, narrated by Fred Astaire. And it has Keenan Wynn playing the Winter Warlock. And he starts out as a mean, evil guy and everything else. And Kris Kringle's there talking to him. And he's being all mean to him, threatening him. And Chris reaches in his pack, pulls out a toy tutu and gives it to him. And the Winter Warlock's like, oh, no one's ever gave me anything. And he starts, and his heart, and his icy heart starts to melt and everything else. And he goes, but I don't know how to be good. And Chris tells him, it's easy. Put one foot in front of the other. And he goes and breaks out into song. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you are walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you are walking out the door. Boom. Okay, that's the way you treat emergency preparedness. One step at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. Hey, Idaho Garden Girls in the house. Woohoo! And so if you're just starting out or you are expanding your preparedness, don't go hog wild on it, unless you won the lottery. Then you have the money where you can go hog wild. I could do my imitation of Dean Martin. Everybody loves my body sometime. Oh. All right. Anyways, so getting emergency preparedness, a little bit at a time. If you have someone that's new and getting into it, tell them, don't rush out and try to do everything at once. Have them start with the simples, a simple base plan. See how much food they have, see how much medical supplies they have, what sort of training they have. Figure and work with them till they realize, I just do a little bit here, a little bit there, and they get a little bit more done, and it becomes easier and easier. All right, everybody's laughing on the side there. Okay, good. So, all right, it's time to do another giveaway here, I think. Let me make sure I got everything here and get everything here set up on it here. All righty, and let's see here. Which one? Okay, there it is. So, on my Your Prep for Today during the last since last Wednesday, I was talking about something specific that is people generally don't think of it in this way. It's something special, and they usually think of it. I can see I might give it away here before I have it to tell you what to do on it. Generally, people think about it more in the lines of a joke. So, and basically, this was what I was talking about. This was using this as a fire starter. What is it? And yep, I gave too much away. And I'm going to give it to Idaho Garden Girl. Phelan's right on her tail with the actual name of Trick Candles, but she said candles that don't blow out. Same thing. Because if you get one of those going in the windstorm, you still start your fire. So Stephanie got that one. And by the way, Steph, you got several where I've sent you where you have won the gift cards, but you haven't done anything with them yet. I know because on Amazon it says sent, and when you receive it, it says received. And so when you receive, as far as you download it and you put it in there. So candles that don't blow out, the Trick Candles, yeah, that was it. And yeah, all righty. And I have, Steph and I email besides other stuff besides this, so I have her email already. I'm not going to throw it back up there. Plus she has hers on her channel too. So, all righty. Now, things that people don't consider, and they should be considering when they start moving into the prepping more after they've been doing it a little while and started getting more and more into it. T-Bar. No, T-Bar. Those are the candles, and I mentioned it in the video. Those are the candles that make nobody want to eat the cake. That kids just went trying to get the candles out. And they spit all over the cake. It's like, pass. All righty. So let's see. I don't have it down here anymore because I sent that one copy away. I got the other one up on the thing. So one of the things I'm going to talk about, most people don't really take seriously in considering for their emergency preparedness is going beyond basic first aid. They get, they go take the Red Cross multimedia first aid CPR class, where they get trained to do CPR on infants, children, and adults, and they get the first aid, all the fun stuff there. That's the first step. Take it a bit farther. And some people that have formed groups, whether it's a CAG, community assistance group, or one of the other terms, I'm just having a brain fart. There's multiple terms for different size of groups and stuff, whether it's a village, whatever you want to call it, a team or whatever, or a MAG, a mutual assistance group, or an LLC group. They'll usually get one person that is their first aid person. They'll try to recruit a doctor or a registered nurse and go, okay, we're covered on medical. We got one. What is the saying when it comes to your preps? One is none, two is one. Because if one gets hurt, you lost them. If you have two and one gets hurt, you have one to take care of that injured one so you can get back to two again. And they don't consider getting extra people trained. And first aid, advanced first aid training is something everybody should get. Going back to Boy Scout days, we made sure that everybody on the Scout committee had the advanced first aid training. The Scoutmaster, the assistant Scoutmasters, and the committee chair all had the wilderness survival first aid training. Yeah. And so, that when it comes to having people in your group, even if it's just your family, one is none, two is one. So you need to get more trained. Now I'm gonna step off the screen here for a second and grab a book for you. Okay, so I have given away a couple of these so far now from Doc Bones and Nurse Amy. The 4th edition actually gave away a colored version that they sent me for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and that one got given away. And of course, though you recognize Doc Bones and Nurse Amy, they've been on my channel here several times, and they've been on my other channel, Camp Patton Family Compound, several times as well on live streams. And so, this book here, this thick book is $80. Froze. This book is well worth it. It has, especially the color version is so much better than the black and white pictures because you can actually tell differences and stuff. But they also make this, and that's going to be the next version I get. They make this in a spiral bound, so you don't, when you're opening it up, you're not have to worry about cracking the spine there and stuff. And the spiral bound version is the next one I'm going to be getting. But this one's special. This one's special to me. I will never get rid of this one because they signed it, and this is number 18 of the first 500 they got printed in color. So, and they sent this one to me for free. Yes, it's available on Amazon, and it's also available on. Hang on, I'll pop this up here for you guys. So I'll show you here first. Let's get the Amazon one first. Medicine Handbook, 4th edition. Boom, there we go. And all right. The black and white is $31. The black and white spiral bound is $63. The color version is $79.99. It's not showing it here. And the actually, let me go to his page and see if it comes off his page. All the other ones. Yes, these are all the books. I've got the antibiotics, infectious disease. I got the 3rd edition. I got the pandemic one from them. I got the Ebola one from them. So, but you can also go to their website. Hang on here. Bloom and Doom.net. Okay. It's acting up. I don't know why it's not doing it. Let me try this. STO store dot BL Bloom and Doom dot. Oh, wow. It's acting up. Okay, that is not good. I don't know why it's not allowing me in there, because I go in there all the time. All right, let me try going back and trying it with spaces, because usually I just type it in there with no spaces. And oh, I had it backwards. It's Doom and Bloom. Sorry, that's why it was Doom and Bloom, not Bloom and Doom. Doom and Bloom. There we go. And so books. So the spiral bound color version is $90. If you want to get this, that's the one. That's the next one I'm going to be getting. The next one there, but they got all the books here, and they got more books listed here than they do on Amazon. So, and so I will drop the link for this in the chat there for those who want to go take a look at it. But yeah. Okay, and shoot, just realized something. We got 10 minutes up. I still need to do the second wheel, don't I? Yes. Need to do the second wheel here. And get things set up. Come on, bring over. All right, so here we are. Going to spin it again for the second one here. The third a $5 Amazon gift card, already given two away. All the Things Acres. I don't think I've seen her in here tonight either. Hang on, let's see. Check stuff here. No, she's not coming up as having made comments in the last 15 minutes. Has anybody seen her make any comments tonight? I have not seen I don't remember seeing all the Things Acres. Give her a couple more seconds here just in case she's listening. 10, 9, 8. We're going to give her a countdown. All right. You got several people saying no, they haven't seen her and not finding it. And 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's try to find someone else to give it to. All right, Tammy Ecker, is she in here? I don't know if she's in here or not. I don't remember seeing her either. So we're going to go do the quick search. Shift at TA. No, it's not coming up. Yeah, I don't see her in here. Well, that tune is part of the wheel. It's one of the standard ones you can pick from. I know that Joe over at Garden State Garden uses it too. All right, so Tammy's not here. Let's try it again. We're running out of time. Okay, Troop 1351. I know they were here at the beginning. I'm not sure if they are still here. Troop 1351, are you here? Type in, I'm here. Are you here? Okay. Oh, all right, Troop 1351 is here. So I'll put Troop down. And just so everyone knows, every time they win something, they spend that money on getting like either little camp stoves or something for members of the troop. So, and we come back here. All righty. So we got about. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions about certain topics of preparedness, certain events? Something I haven't mentioned tonight, or addressed. Did they have any questions on anything like that? And let me check over here. And because let me get my schedule up here so I can talk about my schedule coming up here too. Give you guys a heads up what's coming up. All right, so Thursday night here on Gray Man Prepping at 11:55 Eastern, or Thursday night hitting midnight, is the Midnight Ride. Open chat topics. Start out by reading some email. I get email news and stuff, and I got a folder. I put certain ones I want to talk about into that I think everyone can find interesting or to shake their head at because the topic is so dumb. But so that's on Thursday night. On Friday, on my other channel, Camp Patton Family Compound, and there's the name going across right there. Camp Patton Family Compound topic is up in the air still. Tomorrow, I'm going to be putting out on the community tab for both channels. We're gonna, about whether or not I should go do my live on Friday night like I normally do, since it's Good Friday, or whether I should just take a break and let everybody spend time with their families. So that's what's it's up in the air. If we do go, I got a topic. I can move up the chain really quick into it. It's not it's not it's not hard on me either way. Monday is an open chat. No specific topic chosen yet. If anybody has any suggestions for topics, either on Camp Patton Family Compound, dealing with gardening and homesteading mainly, or over here for emergency preparedness, prepping, and such over here, email me. And banners. Email me at Camp Patton Family Compound. That's the one I monitor most of the time for YouTube emails, and I can then add topics to my list. So coming up here next week here on next Tuesday on Gray Man Prepping, the topic is wet or dry storage. And so we're going to talk about, food storage, which is better, wet or dry, what are the advantages and disadvantages of each. And so we'll be talking about that. Next week on Friday, it's farmers markets. We'll talk about farmers markets and what are your plans for them. Are you going to be selling stuff, or are you going to be hitting them all the time buying vegetables and stuff? All right, and so other topics coming up here as we go through April. Gray water, what is it? What is an IBC tote? Livestock, which ones are in your future? Yes, I've been hitting livestock last month. I'm hitting it again this month because I think it's important with what's going on with the food chain supply. I said that backwards. Food supply. The food supply. Food, chain delivery stuff. The just-in-time delivery to the stores. Okay. I also have. Should I collect rainwater? Securing your home doors. Well water without power. What age has made me realize about prepping? So those are some of the things that are coming up here in the future. And how to raise a garden after SHTF. Let me put that in here. Hang on, let me type that in here. Okay, I got that one added in there. Did any others come in? All right. And Q will be not be online. Okay. Yes, that's perfectly fine. All right. So, yeah. All righty. So I want to thank everybody for their contributions and comments and coming in here. And CR finally checked his email to see I sent him the link, so CR could have come up here. I invited a couple other people, but I wasn't sure whether they were able to make it. One of them used to work with me at Homeland Security. In fact, he was one of the ones that took over my job. And I told him he could come up and not, just put the avatar up, the avatar like this. So, he doesn't have to show his face. All righty, folks. So I'm going to close it out here now. Just a couple last words here for you. Stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Don't get down in the dumps and depressed where you can't do anything. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing, and skills. Learn more skills. More hands-on stuff. All right. Oh, and there's Joe, Garden State Gardeners in the house. Woohoo! So, everyone, I'll see you Thursday night at midnight Eastern for the Midnight Ride. Take care, and I'll see you around.